is a great day. This is the day that our parents, our partners, and we, the class of 2013, have been waiting for a long time. Today, sadly, is the last time we'll be together in one place. Today, incredibly, finally, we've become doctors. Many of us have taken different paths to this day. Some of us started medical school in 2009 and continued straight through. Some of us started in 2008 and took an extra year to pursue a master's degree in public health, clinical science, business administration. Some of us started medical school a few years earlier than that and graduated today with both an MD and a PhD. Together, we make up the largest graduating class in Emory Medical School history. Wow. Having been at different points during my time here at Emory, a part of each of those groups, I cherish the opportunity to talk with you today. So now what? What wisdom can I share with this amazing group of doctors? Well, I learned early on that we learn the most from our patients. Now, don't get me wrong. But today I want to share with you 3 of the lessons that my patients, my best teachers, have taught me. The first lesson I learned from one of my very first patients. It was just a few weeks after our white coat ceremony, back when my white coat was still white. I'd been to my outpatient clinic experience a few times by then, and my preceptor decided it was time for me to see a patient on my own for the first time. The nurse had already taken his vital signs and written down the chief complaint, a cold. So I knocked on the door, I introduced myself. I'm Brian Overkarsh, the medical student. And I start with a nice open-ended question. What's the matter? The patient starts, well, doc. He pauses. And I think, I should probably remind him that I said I was a medical student and not a doctor, but I don't. And he continues. Well, doc, I'm going to shoot myself tonight. And there's no one else I can tell. So I'm telling you. I was stunned. I felt like a fraud. I just wanted to tell him, I'm not a doctor. I'm just dressed like one. In fact, I don't know how to help you. And in fact, I don't think I know anything. But the patient didn't let me. He continued talking to me. And so I sat and I listened. And he taught me the first lesson I learned in medical school, which is this: that our patients trust us with their burden, with their pain, with their very lives, and that becoming a doctor would demand sharing those burdens and a lifetime of hard work to be worthy of that incredible trust. That work doesn't end today. This is the beginning. Well, the second story is more lighthearted. I was going to tear up, so. I was on grading boards taking care of a man who was too weak to get out of bed without assistance. And he asked me if I would help him walk to the bathroom so he could use the toilet like a grown man. I mean, how could you say no to that? So I helped him up. He held onto his IV pole with one hand, and with the other hand he carried his Foley bag, which was completely full of urine. I supported him with both arms, and we kind of shuffled our way towards the bathroom. Well, we were about halfway there when the Foley bag dropped. It fell not to the floor, but onto my foot. And then somehow, I don't really know how this happened, kind of a blur, but it began to empty its full contents into my left shoe. So the patient did exactly what you're doing right now, and he immediately started laughing at me. And you know, I laughed at myself, knowing that if I reached down and stopped the flow of urine, I would let him fall. So instead, we sloshed our way to the bathroom. And I spent a long call day with a very wet left foot. Now, it's taken me a while to find a lesson in this story. which is number one, don't buy nice shoes. And number two, that we as doctors must stand by our patients, even through personal sacrifice. Whether that means advocating for our patients on the steps of the Capitol on your day off, as I know many of you have done. If it means going nights without sleep, as all of us have done. Or if it means standing there with a left shoe full of urine, as hopefully only I've done. We will not let our patients down, because they are counting on us. The last patient teacher is much younger. He had a strong family history of depression, but had avoided that ghost for 24 years. He was a graduate student, had been extremely successful in school, had many friends, but then things changed. He became paralyzed by anxiety, filled with self-doubt, crushed by negative thoughts. His work suffered, and he left his graduate program. Thankfully, he was surrounded by supportive and caring friends. Friends that did not ignore his struggle. Friends that listened to him. Friends that supported him as he sought help. Friends that never give up. Because of those friends, he was able to return to school, and he's graduating with them today. As you've obviously guessed by now, I am the last patient. And this is the lesson I want to share with you. Wherever we go from here, whatever we do, whatever hardships we face, we're not alone. We will always have each other. Class of 2013, this is why I wanted to speak with you today. Because you are the best friends and have already been the best doctors anyone could ask for. So as I close, let's remember that it is those in need who have given us our purpose. That because they have called us, we will come to their aid despite our own discomfort. And that through it all, we will also support one another. Now, class of 2013, let's go out there and get to work. Thank you.